What's up, guys? Mike here with King of Avalon follower. So, I lied to y'all. I told you I was going to do this in 3 parts. I think I'm going to have to make a part 4. There's just too many really good battle things that happen right here at the end, and I just couldn't squeeze it all into one reasonably timed video. I'm trying to keep them between 10 to 12 minutes long. Anyways, let's jump into it. So, after everything we've been through through this KvK already, at this point, I've now moved from where I was, where I got some troops lost, reinforcing. I've ported. I've decided, you know what? Even though I've got 4 million iron and almost a million silver, I'm going to port outside of the Black Forest, and I'm going to empty my castle and send all my troops into a tower, or in this case, into Avalon. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because we've gone back and forth with k122. We just want to get this thing over with. So we're trying to, at all costs, win this thing so we can go home. So I've ported out. I'm hoping that Kingdom 46, who has left a long time ago and left their own Black Forest and gone back to their own, and essentially they just kind of relinquished their own kingdom knowing someone's going to take it but them. I'm hoping they're not going to see me out there outside of the Black Forest and attack me. That is not what happens. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. So, I'm outside of the Black Forest. I'm dumping my troops into Avalon. Okay, you can see there's that Stronghold 30 down there. He's loading up. A few of our other members are doing the same thing. Ideally, most of the other folks have zero resources. You know, everything that they have, they finished upgrades. As far as I know, I'm the only one that's sitting out there on a whole bunch of resources. So, I use an anti-scout, and that anti-scout, based on the fact that my power level is 33 million, that anti-scout keeps them at bay for a good amount of time. They scout me a whole bunch, but they never launch an attack at me. They attack every other person there first, and then they finally come for me, and we'll take a look at that later. So what we're just looking at now is we're looking at the towers. We're trying to see which tower looks the weakest. That one had 700,000. This one's got 560,000. Just keep looking around. We're trying to see what we got. Which towers are most vulnerable for them to attack? Avalon itself has 1.1 million troops. Not very vulnerable. And you can see who's in there right now. A bunch of T9s, T8s, some mixed marches. Good stuff. You know, strong people. Avalon is going to be tough to take. Unless they get some towers and start killing you off with the towers. So I can see this guy. He's sending out scouts like crazy. I'm assuming he's going to go ahead and start launching rallies. So we're just trying to anticipate. And you can see right there that one of our guys is being rallied from Kingdom 46. So outside of the Black Forest, a couple of our guys you can see right here are being attacked. So they've decided to start attacking us. They have not attacked me yet. I don't even know if they'd scouted me at this point. But again, I'm not really sweating it. I know an attack will take time to get there, and you can always just teleport one spot over, and it'll reset their attack if you have to. It's an awful waste of a teleport, but yeah, you can see right here our guys are getting hit. But again, they've got zero resources in their base, and they've got zero troops in their base. Their entire march is in Avalon or in a tower. So realistically, they're just hitting an empty castle. You know, they're doing damage to your wall, but that's about it. Provided they don't do enough damage to you to make you auto teleport from your wall disintegrating, there's really nothing they can do to you. At this point, it's literally just a hindrance. And in fact, one of the Kingdom 46 players even messaged and said he apologized. He was being told that he had to attack by his leaders or whatever. So they were literally just trying to be a thorn in our side while we kicked butt on K122. Oh, and of course I had to throw this part in. So for about the last 3-4 hours, I got promoted to R5. So let's talk about why. So in Avalon, when people send, so let's say you get 5 people in a tower or 5 people in Avalon itself, the highest ranking member of the Alliance can send people back. So in other words, if someone is sending a huge march at your tower and you've got offline players who aren't recalling their troops because they're offline, and you don't want them to lose their whole march, you, as the R5 of the Alliance, can send those players back from the tower. So if at any point I decided that the tower that was getting attacked, or Avalon that was being attacked, was going to be attacked by a rally too strong for us to defeat, I would just empty that tower out, send everyone back, and let them have it, rather than lose the troops. So this is something that's important to keep in mind. If you're going offline and you're an R5 or an R4, transfer leadership to a new person so that somebody new can sit there and watch the game. And I did. I sat here and watched it for 4 hours, making sure we did not get attacked and lose, well, what would essentially be months of troop building. So again, you can see right here, they are it's given me the option to reinforce a tower, and they are launching a rally on one of our towers. Now, here we go. Let's take a look right here. You see this Lycan guy, Core Lycan? They finally decided that they were tired of looking at my anti-scouts, and they just decided they were going to throw some attacks at me. So they sent a few little, like, 8 troops, 4 troops, and I have almost nothing in my base. I've got, like, 200 troops that I've healed or something. And you can see right there, just a few hundred infantry, okay? So enough to defeat 8 troops coming at me, but not enough to defeat any actual march. So I know this. So what I'm doing is I'm baiting them, right? I've watched what they've done to everybody else. They're just sending attack after attack after attack on all these other castles. I mean, literally, like 20 different guys are just attacking them one right after the other. So all I'm trying to do is bait them into thinking everything's out and I'm not going to fight back. And then I'm going to use an instant recall on the proper march, on whichever march I choose. I'll recall all my troops and try to see if I can wipe that guy out. The other thing, too, I don't know if you watched my video, if you watched my video on upgrading the barracks from 22 to 23 and 23 to 24, that was made as I was getting attacked because I decided, oh, shoot, I need to burn off all this iron. So I popped some food bags, some wood bags, and upgraded my barracks, burned some speed ups, and did that twice. So that happened in here as well, and you can go check that video. It's requirements for level 23 and 24 barracks. So they're rallying this tower that Axe is in. He's got 500-something thousand troops in it. Now we tell Ant, we're like, hey, Ant, send your troops over there, reinforce this tower additionally. So she sends a whole march over there. Once they see her sending her troops over there, remember, Ant has 95 million power. She's a stronghold 30. She's got full T10 marches, really, really good gear. So they see her now boost this thing from the 580,000 troops it had, and it gets boosted up to... maxed out at 962,000 troops. You can see her march going right there. Boom. She throws them out. Once that gets in there, they can continue to scout it as her troops come in and they see that she's entered and they decide to call off this rally, which was interesting because I make the comment that, of course they'll have to recall it unless they're stupid. So they recall this rally where they're attacking a tower with like 900,000 troops. But then they let a rally go through later that has even stronger people. Anyways, you'll see. That'll be on the next video. There's some good stuff. So we're watching right here. Ant gets her stuff in, and even a few of them get returned because it maxes the tower out, and you're going to see that. Here's the same guy attacking me with like 3 troops. So troop info, 962,000. You got Axe to Mouth, TNT Expert, Alpha Go, Wraith Lord, and Ant. So you've got 2 stronghold level 30s. Oh, excuse me, Truth is in there as well. 3 stronghold level 30s, and Axe, who's like 70 million power, even though he's a stronghold 26. And right here, yeah, unless they're stupid. So they recall this rally. Before they do that, I have decided to go ahead and do my recall. So we're going to jump up to me right here, and you're going to see the individual who they finally decide to send a real march at me. And we'll take a look. People are still getting attacked. There he is. So it's coming in 105,000 T8 and a few T7 troops. That is a good hit. 48, and it's going to be straight losses when this guy lands on me because he's attacking. So I'm anticipating his attack. I know he's going to attack me. He actually decides to partially sprint his march. It's coming at me with some pretty good speed. Now I'm trying to time my automatic recall so that I do it quick enough to make sure that no matter what, my troops get back, but also with little enough time that he doesn't have time to turn his march around. So I'm just hoping he's not paying attention since he's launched several attacks at me already. I think he just thinks I'm too busy. So boom, recall. His troops come in, and beauty, beauty, a beauty. I lose about 350,000 power, and he loses over 6 million. So I lost 12,800 troops, and he lost everything, 105,111. That guy was not happy. I guarantee you he was not happy. Amateur move, you never look away when you're attacking somebody, especially somebody who's a stronghold level 30. This is the first real march you're sending at me. So I'm sure that guy was upset. Anyways, after that, I send all my troops down into the east tower, and they decide to rally me. At this point, you can see all my resources have gone. I burned it all off. I don't care if they hit me. It doesn't bother me at all. So they attack me like 50 more times, but it doesn't matter. I already got my one-shot kill. Now I'm reinforcing towers. Stay tuned. The final big finale is coming up. You're going to love it. Thanks always for watching, guys.